Help me reach 1,000 subscribers. Please, like the video and share your thoughts. In the comments, your feedback helps. Make the content better. I knew something was off the moment the clock struck midnight. Laura had stayed out late before, but tonight the quiet in the house felt different, heavier, deliberate, as if it carried a message I wasn't ready to hear. I sat in the living room, staring at the front door, telling myself she'd walk through it any second, coming up with some tired excuse about work. But midnight turned into 1 a.m., then 2 a.m., then 3. By sunrise, hope had withered into something colder. Fear mingled with a truth I didn't want to face. At 8:17 a.m., my phone buzzed. It was a message from her. I'm safe. Don't worry about me. I just needed space. We'll talk tonight. Space. The word punched straight through my chest. Laura didn't ask for space. When she was anxious, she asked for tea. When overwhelmed, a warm bath. When she cried, my shoulder. Space was never something she demanded. Certainly not overnight without warning. My thumb hovered over the keyboard, my throat tight. Where are you? I typed. No reply. I waited an hour. Then another. I paced the kitchen, the living room, back to the kitchen again, circles mirroring the loop in my mind. I forced a shower, forced myself to eat half a slice of toast I couldn't taste, forced myself to breathe. By 11 a.m., I couldn't take it anymore. I called her, straight to voicemail. I tried again. Voicemail. I stared at the screen until my reflection blurred behind the fingerprints. My heartbeat thundered in my ears. Then something snapped. I grabbed my keys. If she wouldn't tell me where she was, I would find out myself. Her workplace was the first place I checked. She often retreated there when things were hard. But when I walked in, her co-worker Mia looked at me with surprise. Daniel, are you okay? You look pale. I forced a smile. Have you seen Laura today? Mia's confusion deepened. She called in sick this morning. Said she needed rest. Rest. Space. Safe. The words formed a pattern I didn't like. Did she say where she was? I pressed. Mia shook her head. No, sorry. I thanked her and walked out, a tightening pressure behind my ribs making it harder to breathe, harder to pretend this was normal. I sat in my car, gripping the steering wheel until my knuckles whitened. Laura was lying. But why? Next, I went to her mother's house. 20 minutes away. Laura had always been close to her. If she needed comfort, this would make sense. Her mom opened the door, holding a mug of tea, wearing a soft cardigan. Her smile faded at the sight of me. Daniel, sweetheart, what's wrong? I swallowed hard. Did Laura stay here last night? A crease formed on her forehead. No. Should she have? I shook my head, trying to control my voice. She didn't come home. Her mother put a hand to her chest. My God, have you called the police? She texted me this morning. I said she needed space. Her expression softened with sympathy, but something flickered in her eyes. Unease, recognition. Has she talked to you recently? I asked slowly. Anything at all? She hesitated briefly. Daniel, maybe you two should talk. Talk about what? My voice cracked. She sighed. She's been distant. Didn't tell me why. Did she mention anyone? Anything weird? No, she answered too quickly. My stomach sank. She was lying too. I sat in my car again, staring blankly at the steering wheel. My mind ran to the last month, her sudden overtime shifts, the phone always face down, distant eyes, forced smiles, unexplained fatigue. The signs were there. I had just refused to see them. My phone buzzed. A new message from Laura. My breath caught. I'll come home tonight. Please don't look for me. I'm not in danger. I just need to get my thoughts in order. Something felt off. The phrasing, the tone, it wasn't her. Controlled. Rehearsed. Then it hit me. Her phone. The second one. I'd seen it months ago before she snatched it away, laughing nervously, calling it an old work device. I believed her. I wanted to. I started the car. If I was going to find the truth, I couldn't sit still. Waiting was killing me. I drove home and went straight to her vanity. I checked every hiding spot. behind makeup brushes, under receipts, in the zip pocket of her gym bag. Nothing. Then I noticed her winter coat, hanging at the back of the closet. I rarely touched it. Reaching into the inner pocket, my fingers brushed something small and rectangular. A phone. Her second phone. My heart hammered. My vision tunneled. I turned it on. No passcode. It opened to messages. At the top, the most recent conversation. Ethan. I froze. Ethan, her co-worker. The one she insisted was just a friend. The one who sometimes drove her when her car was in the shop. The one she joked was like a goofy older brother. My hands shook as I clicked the thread. Message after message. Last night was perfect. I wish I could wake up next to you every morning. I told him I needed space. He bought it. I'll come over after work tomorrow. I can't stay away. And the final one, sent minutes ago. I'll delete everything tonight. Don't worry. My breath hitched. Cold dread spread to me like falling into icy water. They had been together last night. Not danger, not stress, betrayal. The phone slipped from my hands and thudded to the floor. I sank onto the bed, head in my hands. The world had cracked beneath me, swallowing the life I thought I had. I don't know how long I stayed there. Time blurred into a shapeless, dark haze. Eventually, anger stirred beneath the heartbreak. Quiet, heavy, focused. I wiped my face, stood, and waited. If she wanted to talk tonight, she would, and I would listen, not to forgive, not to fix, but to hear the truth straight from her. She arrived at 8:40 p.m. I heard her keys jingle before she opened the door. Her eyes scanned the room and froze on me sitting on the couch. "Daniel," she whispered, "you're home." I was unnervingly calm. Where else would I be? Guilt, fear, hesitation flickered in her gaze. She closed the door slowly, as if trying not to wake something. "We need to talk," she said. Softly. "I know," I replied. "Sit." She sank to the opposite end of the couch, hands trembling slightly in her lap. We sat in silence for a moment before I leaned forward. "Where were you last night?" Her eyes darted away. "I told you I just needed it." "Don't lie to me," I said low. She flinched. Tears welled. "Daniel, please." I pulled the second phone from my pocket and placed it on the table. Her face drained of color. Watching her crumble was like seeing a tower fall in slow motion. "Daniel." Her voice broke. "I can explain." Then explain. Silence. Uneven breaths. "It wasn't supposed to go this far," she whispered finally. I felt lost. And Ethan was there. He listened. He understood. "I didn't," I said, every word sharp as a blade. She swallowed. "You were always working, always tired." I felt invisible. "So cheating made you feel seen?" I asked quietly. She crumpled, covering her mouth, tears streaming. "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hurt you." "That's the thing," I said, rising slowly. "You didn't just hurt me. You destroyed us." "Daniel, wait." I stepped back as she reached for me. "I need space," I said, echoing her words. "Real space. Not the kind she disappeared into last night." She shook her head. "Please don't leave. We can fix this. I'll end it. I'll do anything." "You already did everything," I whispered. "And more." I grabbed my jacket. She wobbled. "Daniel, please." I paused at the door, looking back at her with clarity that cut deep. "You didn't come home last night," I said, "and neither will I." Her knees buckled as I closed the door behind me.